You're now live. This is what you do, isn't it? Do a little dance. Hey Eva. Hey Natalia. We're going to do some tapping. Yeah, baby. We're going to do some tapping around money scarcity because I'm noticing there's a lot of it around at the moment. And I've been doing a lot of wealth work. I mean, it's one of my daily practices anyway to do wealth clearing and journaling and things. But what I've really noticed is that this next level of growth for me has shown me not just the areas where I feel scarce, but like sisterhood wounding and this idea that there's only so much to go around and all that kind of good stuff. So I'd be really interested to know, how do you relate with the idea of, or what resonates with you about the idea of there being scarcity with money? I think sometimes we're almost shamed a little bit, or like, you know, when we've done a lot of this kind of energy and emotional work before, maybe you've just done a lot of mindset work around money, I can certainly feel like, God, I should be over this by now. I should be over this feeling of scarcity. I should be over this feeling of like every time I up level, every time I move to this new place, I shouldn't have to feel this way. But the reality is that every time we step into this new level of being, this new level of abundance in whatever area of our life, whether it's money, our fitness, in relationships, whatever, there is always going to be something that we bump up against. Particularly, I mean, I'm a 6 line in human design anyway, so I bump up against things like a 3 line and I learn from them and then I get to teach about them, right? Which is why a lot of the time I will very much be teaching and preaching on the things that I'm working through in my own life, or the things that I have just worked through. So let me know in the comments, how do you resonate or relate to the idea of financial scarcity? Let me just see what's dropping in, and then we're going to do a little bit of tapping, and I'm really feeling that we're also going to do an emotional clear as well around the concept and the archetype, the identity of the martyr. Particularly with anyone who is in some kind of service-based industry, whether you're a healer, coach, mentor, whatever it is that you are selling, if you are selling something that helps people, there can kind of be this idea that, well, because I've done the work and because I know I've got tools that can really help people when they're in a really shit space, it would be really, you know, it would be wrong of me to charge, or it would be wrong of me to benefit from their struggle, if you like. But you've also got to remember that the people who invest in that kind of work are hopefully looking to find a solution. They're looking to move out of where they are. And if you speak to them and treat them as though they are scarce, and if you speak to and treat people who want to buy your work, whether you're an artist or a coach or whatever it is that you're selling online, if you treat people and you speak to people as though they are in a place of scarcity, those are the people that you're going to attract into your world, and you're going to perpetuate the cycle of scarcity and lack in your own life. Hey, Karen. Excellent. Happy to have you here. It's not often that I go live on Instagram. I'm usually a Facebook liver, but I felt today that I wanted to do something here because my IGTV had been, neglected for a little while. So I thought, why not spice it up with a bit of money work? So we're going to first do a little bit of tapping. And as usual, I'm just going to go ahead and tune into the collective. If anything comes up for you as we're doing this, I would love to know what that is. So please do I love it, especially when you appear. Oh, thank you, Karen. Love you. My fave. My new favourite. Thanks. I love to feel special, I do. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a little bit of tapping. I'm quickly going to show you the points in case you've never done tapping with anyone, and maybe you've done some with someone else. But I just want to show you the points that I use. We're going to start using what's called the karate chop point. This is also called the friendly spot, the side of the hand here, because this is where we make friends with the problem. So we can only ever really heal something. Well, not only ever heal something. That's a limiting belief. It is more pleasurable, more easeful, and I find quicker for us to heal our relationship with something if we're able to find a place of acceptance and compassion around it. So that is why I always start with this point when I'm doing these kind of tappings. We then move to the top of the head, so just the crown of the head. You can kind of do this in a circle if you want, or just tap in one place. It's really up to you. Inner eyebrow. Now you can either do both, you can do one side, you can swap. It really doesn't matter. It's the sequence that's important, not whether you do both sides or not. It doesn't really matter. Side of the eyes, under the eyes, like kind of central under the eyes. Be really gentle with yourself. Remember, this is right next to your eye. Then we're going to do under the nose. G'day, love. G'day, Jackie. True. Oh, true. It's my really terrible impression for you. And then under the lip here, collarbone, under the arm, and then usually I'll use the wrists. If not, I will go through the fingertips like this, the side of each of the fingers. So here's what we're going to do. I would love for you to just take a moment to take a breath, drop into your body, allow yourself to really feel into, when I talk about the idea, the concept of scarcity, and do stick around because, hey, Georgie girl, we're going to be doing some tapping on scarcity and money, and then we're going to be doing an emotional clear at the end, which is going to be fucking powerful. So I do encourage you to stick around for the full live, and if not, come back and watch the replay, because this is going to be some powerful shit, mofos, and I want to know how you feel afterwards. Let's do this. So the first thing we're going to do is take a nice deep breath, drop into your body, allow yourself to really feel all the way down to your root chakra. Or as one of my drama teachers used to say, breathe all the way down to your vagina. I love it. All the way down, all the way through the core of the body, and then out, down, as though you had a tail that was growing all the way into the center of the earth. And as you do this, just feeling your energy drop down from the mind all the way down through the body. Noticing how peaceful you become when you give yourself permission to just drop deeper. Just one more nice breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. And from this place of calm, stillness, I want you to start thinking about what you believe yourself to be running out of. Whether it's time, resources, money, whether it's love, people, opportunities, the things that you feel have passed you by. And I want you to just start to feel where that lives in your body. And if you want to, if you feel to, you can type in the comments where you feel that. I'm already about to shift. It's so funny. I'm about to burp and shift some energy. So if you're used to my work or energy work in general, you'll know burping can happen. Excuse me. When energy is moving. So yeah, bear with me. If you start burping, that's a really good sign. And I'm just going to tune into the collective, and we're just going to go ahead and tap through whatever comes up. So all you need to do is tap the points I'm tapping and then repeat after me. Simple. So just repeating after me. Even though I have all of this scarcity and fear in my body, and it's connected to a feeling that things are going to run out, and connected to a feeling of worthiness and deserving around how much I'm allowed. Looking to other people and seeing how much they charge for their work or how much they're making. And using that as permission or as a stick to beat myself with. Why is it working for them and not for me? But I'm okay and I accept myself anyway. Even though I have this contraction and tightness in my body, when I think about getting older and how time is running out for me, when I think about the current global situation and how money is running out, everything's running out, and that makes me feel really contracted and freaked out. But maybe I can choose in this moment to be okay and accept myself anyway. Even though I want to believe in abundance. And sometimes I feel shameful or guilty about not being able to. Maybe it's time to forgive myself for that. Honor the part of me that is deeply human and sometimes afraid. Allow myself to feel it all and release it without needing to hold on anymore. And I am okay and I accept myself anyway. This contracted feeling, all the scarcity and fear, because I didn't receive enough love as a child. And I feel guilty saying that. But there were moments where I didn't feel love. And now sometimes I find it hard to receive. In fact, when I look back on my life, and even on recent experiences, I can see times where people have wanted to give me things. And I've resisted it. Or I felt so uncomfortable to take something that I didn't pay for. I felt so uncomfortable receiving something for free. I find it hard to receive generosity from others. And yet I'm so willing to give it. I love to give to other people. I love the feeling when someone looks surprised and delighted to receive something from me. And yet when the shoe is on the other foot, and someone is delighted to give something to me, I feel so uncomfortable and unworthy in some way. I feel like, oh fuck, now I owe them. What are they going to think of me if I just take this thing without giving them anything in return? So maybe scarcity is not so much about what I think is available. Maybe it's more about what I'm willing to receive. Maybe it's more about me getting comfortable with having more. And releasing the guilt around having more. It's safe for me to have more. Deserving isn't even a factor here. 1 minute. Have a breath. Call a hold, please. We have a gust of wind, and therefore Heinz has to go and protect me from it immediately. You know what? We're going to trust that was the right place to take a break before the next round. So why don't you tell me how you're doing and what resonated with you there? Oh, I will save it. Don't worry. It's getting saved. Oh, yes. It's a good thing he's cute, isn't it, really? Upper chest and throat. Hey, Annie. So which pieces particularly resonated with you? And what did you gain clarity on? And then yawning so much. Fantastic. Good. This is what we want. And then on top of that, what new awarenesses do you now have around places where you're like, oh, fuck, I'm actually still holding some stuff around this? Share in the comments so that I can add that in. We're going to do one more little round of tapping just to take the final edge off. And then we're going to do the root clear. I want to know the things. I'm just going to let the sausage back in because I imagine he's probably sitting at the door now going, Mom. What is the bet that Instagram decides to use that as the screenshot, as the thumbnail for this? The little... Annie. Yes. Amazing, right? What can you now do with that awareness, though? What can you do with that? Sometimes we get like a little bit addicted to the need to clear. And it's like really often the gift with doing this kind of tapping work. Like obviously when people work with me one-to-one, we get much deeper because we look at specific memories and all that kind of stuff. But when we're doing this, just getting that piece of clarity or that perception shift around a piece that maybe you hadn't been able to see before, which is kind of one of my gifts, right? Always wanting to be the giver is also like a really great way to control people as well, to like make sure that if you're always giving to people, they have a reason to keep you in their life. So there might be like a fear of abandonment there as well, which is really interesting. My clarity is around the having more, not that there's not enough, yes, but maybe I haven't been open to more. Yes. Love, feeling like I owe people when I get given something. Yes. I can feel the next piece coming in. Let me just let that Sausalito back in. Come on then, Scooch. Come on, Shouty Pants. He's gone to his treat box. He's gone over to where his treats live. Oh yes, fear of abandonment. Perfect, Annie. That's what we want to know. We want to know where this really comes from because, again, you can do two things with these awarenesses, right? You can either go, oh, yes, it's the fear of abandonment. Oh, God, now I have to do all this work on my fear of abandonment. Or you can just go, oh, fuck, it's fear of abandonment. Well, that's not real. That's not going to happen. So I don't need to continue playing out those behaviors anymore. And when I feel myself getting triggered into those old patterns, I can now just remind myself like, oh, this is just my fear of abandonment coming up and it's not real. Choose again. What do I want? I want more money. Great. Let's go and sell some artwork. Yeah. So that's the really beautiful thing about this kind of just like simple script tapping like this, is that because we're tapping into the collective energy, we are clearing things and we are giving you these new awarenesses and clarity, and you get to take that away and do whatever you want with that, like aha moment, that new piece of information. Sometimes getting a new piece of information or seeing something in a new way is actually the gift that you needed. So let's just do one more little round here on this piece around controlling and this piece around like abandonment, and if I am always the one who, like, if I'm in debt to somebody in terms of like the give and take in a relationship, if I don't give more than they give me, which is interesting actually. If you're in my Facebook group, or in fact, no, it's on YouTube as well, so you can go to the link in my bio and check out YouTube after. I did a tapping last week yes, at the beginning of last week, where I actually went into this concept around releasing, it was all about that concept of like, what if I gave something out and then I received more than I gave, how would that be, you know? And it's interesting that that's kind of coming up again here. It's like retraining our brain to understand that give and take is what we make it. And there are some people in the world who give a little and receive a lot. And there are some people who, you know, give a lot and receive nothing back. And that's really all about their own internal beliefs and understanding and ability to allow and receive. So if someone out there, for example, look at, you know, in the coaching industry, for example, there are people out there, or in the art industry, there'll be people who put one piece of work out there as an artist and they will charge a fuck ton of money for it. And in that one sale, they'll make more money than some artists make in a lifetime. Same with coaches and in the healing industry and in the spiritual realm. You know, some people will put out like one live stream transmission like this, charge, like do what I'm doing right now and charge for it, which sometimes I do, but today felt free and it felt like a good energy. I wanted to do this. Some people will charge, you know, for this level of work, and then they'll have 100 people show up and they'll make a load of money out of it. Whereas because I've obviously got some stuff around receiving, I'm like, oh, I'll just give this away for free, right? Which is great. And I love to give shit away for free. But my point is our comfort level with how much we are willing to receive in exchange for what we put out in the world is really fucking telling. And it will tell, you will see it in your bank account and you will see it in how burnt out you are. If you feel exhausted continually and the number in your bank account just doesn't really seem to be going up and you're wanting to make more money, I would definitely be taking a look at your relationship with, you know, giving and receiving and how much you feel you have to give in order to receive a certain amount, because you're never going to scale a business. You're just never going to scale a business in a way that really feels deeply satisfying and juicy and delicious if you think that in order to make more money, you have to put in more work and more effort, because that is going to burn you the fuck out. And in fact, that's one of the clears that I did in the Money Mindset Reset program on Saturday. So if you know you want to get access to that, like just the link's in my bio or message me and I will send you the link and you can sign up. It is a fucking bargain and you get a fuck ton of clearing, a fuck ton of mindset work, meditations that I channeled. Like you get 5 programs worth of material in one, because I've put it all together, and you can buy it in a bundle and it's like £222. It's like fucking nothing when you see the fucking value in there. It is incredible. And I did a bonus clear at the weekend, which was just like, anyway, I didn't come on here to sell that. I just felt to tell you, because if this work is resonating with you, go buy that fucking program. It will change your life. So let's move on to this next piece. You're looking younger and so pretty. Thank you. And you know why? because of this shit. Because I'm fucking determined. I'm 38 now. And I decided last year, when I knew I was creeping up to 38, I was like, I'm closer to 40 now than I am to 30. And that freaked me the fuck out. And I just thought, to think that my best years are behind me would be very depressing. So I decided that that is not the case, and the opposite is true. And the better it gets, the better it gets. So thank you so much for reflecting that to me, Jackie. I'm very happy for that reflection. I will receive that all day fucking long, baby. And in fact, one of the things, just thinking about this exchange piece, one of the things that inspired me to do this live stream today is that I reached out to someone to ask them for something, thinking that it would be something I would need to pay for. And they were like, oh yeah, I'll just send that to you. And I was like, oh, and I felt so uncomfortable. I was like, oh fuck, they're sending me this information I want for free. Like I thought I was going to pay for it. What do I have to do? Am I going to have to now work with them? Like what? And I kind of felt myself go like, whoa, I don't know what to do. And I noticed it. I was just like, fuck. No wonder I make life so hard for myself sometimes, or make a launch so hard, or make selling hard, or, you know, make money hard at times, because I'm still holding these inherent beliefs around my worthiness to receive, my ability to receive, and actually allowing myself to walk into the discomfort of receiving without giving anything in return. And we think that's what we want. We think that's what we want. I get told all the time that people are like, yes, that's what I want. And then when they actually, life starts sending them things for free, if you will, they're like, oh, fuck, I don't know what to do. Like, oh, I feel so uncomfortable. I feel like I have to give now. And it's like, no, just fucking receive. So let's just do a little tap around the need to give more than we receive. And then we'll move into the clear of the martyr. So everyone's taking a nice big breath and repeating after me. Even though I hold some beliefs around needing to give more than I receive. Some of that is because I like to control the situation and make myself feel indispensable to a relationship. Because I'm afraid of being abandoned or rejected. But I am okay and I accept myself anyway. Even though sometimes I give way more than I receive. Sometimes that's because I like to control the situation and not feel like I'm going to be abandoned. And also I just got taught that it was nice. That's how you're a good girl. That's what being a good person is all about. Give, give, give. And that receiving or taking more than you need makes you bad, evil, or wrong. Well, fuck that. I'm okay and I accept myself anyway. Even though I'm fucking over not having more than enough. And I am so ready to reprogram my beliefs around this shit. It's time to let all of that go. I forgive myself for holding on to that stuff for so long in the first place. And I am ready and excited to receive all the magical shit that's coming my way now. Oh, and I accept myself anyway. Throw that in, why not? I'm ready to receive. It's safe for me to receive. I get to say no to the things that I don't want. And I get to say a full body fuck yes to the things that I do want. I deserve to have the things that I want. The more I receive, the more I receive. The more I soften into opening myself up and allowing in life, love, and money, the easier it is for me to receive even more. The better it gets, the better it gets. Take a nice deep breath for me, check back in, and then we're going to do a little emotional clear. I mean, this literally could have been a paid for masterclass, couldn't it? Let's be honest. I'm just generous as fuck. You're welcome. Imagine what you get when you pay me, guys. Imagine what you get. Oh my God. So tell me the things. How are you doing? I'm just going to get my little notes up here so that I can write down the installments for our clear. So we're going to just do a real quick root clear. If you've never done these before, this is where we go in and we collapse the concept or an emotion or an identity. So what we're going to collapse and release today is the identity and the concept of the martyr. And my intention for getting goosebumps. My intention for this clear is that you release the need to give more than you receive, the need to, so you can still do it if you want to, and it feels really good and satisfying and abundant. But this need to give from a place of fear or contraction or like wanting to ensure that people stay in your life or making yourself really valuable to people, so you have to keep giving. Like, that's all just a story in your mind. You don't have to fucking carry the cross and the burden for everyone else. You are here to be an example of what it gets to look like when people live into their highest purpose. And people live into and give themselves full permission to receive their desires. And this is the work we are going to be doing in the sacral session. So if you haven't yet signed up for that, sign the fuck up, or at least message me to ask me about it. If you're like, oh, I don't know, just message me and I can ask you some questions to help you understand whether it's right for you or not. We're going to be looking so deeply at this idea of what is it you desire from your life? How do you want to feel? What do you want your life to look like? And then allowing yourself to sink so deeply into your own sacral pleasure and what you want your life to feel like, sinking into the deep sense of satisfaction that you get to have as a sacral being. If you haven't lived in that place, like, that's one of the reasons why I look younger, is because I've been like living that sacral life. And really that is about like letting life be really fucking juicy and delicious. So if you know that is something that you need, you can message me. There's no obligation. If you message me to ask me about the program, you don't have to sign up, but at least take that step. If you're feeling called to do this work with me, step the fuck up. Say yes to that version of you in a month's time who's done this work and looks back and goes, holy shit, thank fuck I signed up for that program. My life looks so different now. It feels so different now. I feel like a new human. I feel like I always know how to answer questions. I feel like I always know what is the right decision for me. And I feel fully supported by this community of women who also said yes to themselves. This is the potency of this container. So that is what I need to tell you about that. Link is in my bio. You're looking for the sacral sessions, or just fucking message me. Right, let's root clear martyr. And this is just the work we're doing here today is like a tiny little sniff, a drip, if you will. A drip. Sauce. We'll be talking a lot about that in the sacral sessions as well. What can I say? I'm a sauce pot. So we're going to be doing this kind of clearing. We're going to be doing tapping. We're going to be doing meditation and various other forms of energy work that I use and modalities that I use in my work. So this is a little taster of the kind of thing that I do in all of my work. And in the sacral sessions, we're going to be going fucking deep around deconditioning everything that's led you to believe that you don't just get to have a life of pleasure, play, and satisfaction. Like, why would you want anything else? Bye-bye, struggle. Bye, bitch. Right, let's clear the martyr. So I want you to really feel into your body and also like have an understanding in your mind around what the concept of martyr means for you. And then if you want to be included on this clear, I always just say it's almost like you want to energetically like lean in, almost like if you're watching this on your phone or on your laptop or whatever, like I just want you to like lean in and really feel the concept of martyrdom, giving of self, self-flagellation, causing yourself pain in order to protect other people from themselves, like and really just allow yourself to feel that. And I'm going to go ahead and test. So do I have permission to test for everyone who is watching this now and anyone who watches in the future or in any parallel timelines anywhere? Clearing the martyr. Yes, so full permission. Yes, okay, great. And is it in everyone's highest and best interest to do this clear right now? Yes, perfect. Let's go. So the first age, we're doing 3 age installments with 3 emotional attachments. If you've not done this before, just lean in and enjoy the process. Don't get up in your head about what the fuck's happening. If you know that this is clear for you, just lean in and allow yourself to just indulge in the deliciousness. So the first age for the collective is past life, this life, in utero, days, weeks, months, years, not 1. And the second is 2. 2, 3, 4. God, this feels disgusting. And then 5, 6, 7. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so the emotion that is attached to age 1 is fire, spleen, stomach, empathy, sympathy, disgust, worry. And age 4 is shame. What a surprise. And then age 9, the final install for martyr for this collective is criticism from others. So if you grew up in a household where people were praised for giving more than they received and give, then that's likely what you learned back then. So for those of you who are just joining us live now, we've just done 2 rounds of tapping around money scarcity, and we are now root clearing the martyr. So we've got age 1, worry, which is in the stomach, and the stomach is about our ability to receive nourishment from life. It's our ability to psychologically, emotionally, mentally, physically digest ideas, emotions, experiences. If we're holding worry in our bodies and in our stomach, it's like that's the rumination. Worry is one of the core emotions of the earth element, and it keeps us very much out of our body, which means that we can't receive life. And what have we just been talking about? Receiving. So that's beautiful that that's come up. The second install is at age 4, and it's shame in the large intestine. So the large intestine is in the metal element, and the metal element is very much about letting go. It's about grief and sadness and loss. It's also about kind of journeying the deep caverns and caves of ourselves. So it takes us into the underworld. I mean, you think about shame, it's such a heavy, dark, weighty emotion. And basically shame will keep us like holding on. It's like the large intestine, when we've got blockages in there, like emotional blockages, energetic blockages, it's about holding on and our ability to actually let go of that which no longer serves us and reabsorb the parts of life that actually do serve us. So the martyr isn't all bad. The martyr could come from a good place. They might actually just really want to help people, and there's nothing wrong with that. But when it's operating at its shadow frequency, the martyr is really holding that frequency of, like, in this case, shame, and just being like, if I'm not a martyr, if I don't give all of myself away, then I might get rejected from the tribe. So there's that rejection piece coming up again, which is really fascinating that all of this stuff is really interwoven with what we did in the tapping. No coincidence, really. And then age 9 is criticism, and I tested in a little bit further with this one, and it's receiving criticism from others. So there's a fear of being criticized, being torn down by other people if we don't give all of ourselves away. So again, this idea, this exchange piece that keeps coming up at the moment, like how much we have to give in order to receive, is disproportionate. There's no balance. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense that you have to give in order to receive. Because when I think about the energy of giving, it's like a moving forward and moving out. And in order to replenish ourselves, we do need to receive. So this is coming up a lot at the moment in the containers I'm working with. Worry, shame, criticism. The way we're going to clear this is we're going to hold these 2 points here, and with the intention, just breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth, really feeling into the stomach, feeling into the large intestine. If you don't know where these organs are, you should know. Go find out. They're in your body. Learn this shit. Know this shit. You're made of this stuff. Know where it is. But if you don't know where they are, just think torso. Just think about your torso. Just think about the whole thing. Just relaxing, releasing, letting go of that which no longer serves. Putting the cross down, putting down the bags, taking off that heavy anorak of shame and other people's opinions and perceptions of you, and just allowing yourself as you breathe into your belly, Just releasing those energetic and emotional blocks. Just really feeling the lightness, the release of all that heavy shit that you've been carrying. One more nice big breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. Oh, a little shake. Let it go. Okay. Just check in with your body now and just see how you're feeling. Notice how your energy is. Notice your mind. Do you feel like a swooshing of energy? You might feel a bit lightheaded. You might burp, yawn, cough, cry, sneeze, fart, tummy gurgles. You might just be really fucking thirsty, which is what's happening to me. And a really beautiful thing to do to integrate this would be to grab your journal, go sit outside, and just allow yourself to reflect on all the areas of your life where you've given so much of yourself away. And stop spiritually bypassing yourself. Stop allowing other people to receive so much from you when you're not receiving anything in return. And this isn't, again, about overcorrecting, going so far the opposite direction that you need other people to give you so much before you give. This is just about understanding that you deserve to feel full. You deserve to have a life that feels really full and rich and delicious. It's your birthright. You're not here to prove anything or to give yourself away all the time. You really do get to receive, and you deserve to receive from life. And when you surround yourself with the right people, whether it's mentors, friends, lovers, whether it's the gym that you go to, like whatever it is, when you surround yourself with the right community, the right people, you should feel supported and loved and connected and upheld and uplifted, seen, heard, felt, known, understood. These things are human desires. They are normal. And if you're feeling guilty or like you're spiritually bypassing yourself with self-responsibility and being like, oh, well, look in the mirror and maybe I haven't been really emotionally available for other people. Great awareness. But you are allowed to receive that back. Yeah, and you're allowed to really feel it in your body. Good, Annie, I'm glad I made you cry, because that just means something's moving. You're allowing yourself to feel your moving energy, and that's a beautiful thing. So thank you for being open to allowing that shift to occur for you. And people, yes, I give this with the kindness and the generosity of my heart. And I also get to tell you that you get to buy shit from me if you want. And if that feels aligned for you. And I have offerings from I have free stuff that you can go and download if you want a bit more of my energy and you just want to kind of feel into and just like have support from me in that way. I have so much fucking free stuff in my Facebook group and my IGTV. Just my written content carries a transmission. And also you can download a free heart opening and receptivity meditation from the link in my bio as an opt-in there. You get added to my mailing list as a result of that, and you get sent a free meditation, and it is powerful, and it really plays on this theme of opening your heart and allowing yourself to be vulnerable enough to actually receive from life, which is what we've been working on today. Aside from that, I also have many things from like £7 up to 5 figures. So there are many, many ways that you can get in on my energy, that you can come and work with me. You can find what is most aligned for you. And if you're not sure where to start, just send me a message. I'm quite a nice human, so I'm happy to help you make that decision. Don't worry. But if you want to join my latest offering, which is the Sacral Sessions, then the link is in my bio. Go check it out. Oof, I'm feeling so much energy moving right now. I just suddenly got like this whoosh of energy move through my body. Woo! Amazing. I can't wait to hear from you. Let's keep this dialogue going. If you know someone who needs to watch this, you're so welcome, Eva. You're so welcome. Thank you for being here. Thank you for everyone who watched live. It always makes it so much more juicy for me. My little manifesting generator loves to have people to respond to and bounce off of. And if you do know anyone who needs this, I'm going to add it to my IGTV, so you can just tag them or you can send it to them. But, you know, let's get this work out there. This is just going to be sitting here on the internet. Anyone can come and view it and play with it and use it and get the benefit. Thank you so much for being here. Love you. Bye.